everyone's up in their level, to be fair, which is good. I wasn't gonna lie to you. Last week I spoke to Dom and Jimmy, and it was concerned about the lack of training. We've got some good fighters, natural fighters. One of the oldest things in the world is in boxing is let your opponent forget that you've got a right hand. So you use that front hand like a snake, where you intimidate them, you get in their eye, you show them that, oh, he hasn't got a right hand. Use that left hand so much that when you throw the right hand, they forget it's there, clean you out.
Sparring today, yeah, it was difficult, to be honest. I had 2 minor injuries in there. I had to stop me rounds early. A little spasm in my shoulder, but yeah, I learnt the hard way today. Not warmed up properly, not prepared. What I'll do differently next week is 100% warm up, get in the bag early doors, a bit of skipping.
Sparring today was hard. It's my 3rd session today. Now that I know a bit more, I'm starting to get the slips, get the rolls, starting to understand where punches are coming from, but now I need to work on taking advantage of opportunities that open. You know, the small windows of opportunity open up. When you slip a punch, you've probably got maybe like half a second to react and take the next step. So progressing, man. Next week's training, more about controlling the pace. You know, I was talking to the guy Matt I was sparring with, who's got, you know, years of experience, and he's similar build to me, similar length. And he was talking to us all about, you know, for people our height and size, all about controlling the pace, controlling their jab, and then just selecting when you're sending in your right hooks, your straight, stuff like this. So just more about controlling the pace and using my power, because I do have very powerful hands. I've got heavy hands. Had a sparring session now, gonna get down to the gym, get in the ring, shadow boxing, more sparring on the pads, technique, speed, movement, pacing.
Sparring was good today. I was a lot more composed. I think with sparring, obviously, like, it just takes a few sessions for you to get into it, you know. You need to, you know, if you've not done it in a while, you get quite nervous, and I think nerves can play a big part in how you spar, but today was good, composed myself. My cardio's definitely getting better, especially like I'm trying to lay off going out so much and staying off the booze. And, well,
Didn't work out
trying.
so well last night.
Yeah, we're trying. But yeah, so it's definitely getting better, you know.
Well, I'm trying to teach him to get used to getting a punch in the face. Once you get one of them ones on the nose, it makes your eyes water.
I tell you what, he's nearly broke my nose this week about 3 times. We were sparring together and he just bang. And at one point I was fucking, like, I don't know, still a bit sensitive. But I think when it comes to that, you know, you just got to get used to it. With the head guards on, it's easy, but when me and him are sparring with no head guards, it can get a little bit techie. A little bit techie, yeah.
So we did the Shark Tank today, which is something that I did since when I started boxing. Shane was like, it's the funnest and the worst thing at the same time. Because in your head you think, so to lay out what Shark Tank is, there's different variations, but this one was a mini Shark Tank. So you had 4 people in the corner. So you had Matt Garrett, you had Huz, you had Joe Butler, and you had Albert. And in their heads, they think we're only going to battle for 30 seconds, so it will be quick, it'll be easy. And then they soon realise in that 30 seconds, you've got to win the 30 seconds. So they were going for it, got a little bit heated at times.
Yeah, at Skydive Dubai, which is near the marina. We've just taken the boys to a conditioning session. The groups are now split in half, so it is now the time to crack on. This Friday will be 4 weeks till fight night, and they need to really ramp up their conditioning. So this morning we had the white corner, and that means we have to reintroduce somebody. Will Robinson. He's coming back into the fold to fight on Fight Night. Somebody pulled out and we were very lucky that Will wanted to get back into it. He actually inquired before the pullout. We just didn't have the space, but now he's back, he's ready to go. Joining him this morning, we had Jordan Richards, we had Josh Fico, we had Ali Hazel, we had Matt Garrett. It was a really, really strong turnout and everyone was up for it. They realised the intensity of it now.
So the planning today, we've got 2 groups. Obviously, I've just switched groups. I've gone from the black corner to the white corner. I smashed in the black corner. So I said, Will, come over to the white corner. I smashed it in the white corner again. 4 minutes plank, could go for longer. My mental strength was out the world. I'll top anyone and I'll bang anyone. So we're through to let's go.
So camps have been split up into 2 teams now, white corner and black corner. I think there's 9 or 10 boys each team, which is quite good. Having it more split up, I think is better anyway, because it was a little bit strange, to be honest, when we were training with a bloke that we're going to be fighting. Andre's leading the black corner, I'm captaining the white corner, so it's been good. Haven't really had many people turn up to the training, which is a little bit disappointing, but again, I think it's a more focused training. When we're with Shane, when we're with Joe, we get more time actually doing sparring, more time on the pads to work on our weaknesses.
Only 4 weeks left now until Fight Night, so just trying to refine a couple of things, working on conditioning, technique, and starting now to think a little bit about the game plan on Fight Night itself. My main focus is just ensuring that my defensive capabilities are as good as my offensive capabilities. Understanding the different tactics, the flow of the fight, what things can happen, just trying to make sure I'm prepared for the unexpected. I've been made captain of the black corner, but to be honest with you, the lads are working very hard. It's not as though I'm having to try and motivate people. Everyone's got their opponent lined up now. Everyone knows who they're going to be fighting. Everyone knows the job that needs to be done. So it's not for me to necessarily be pushing people or anything like this. People are working hard, people are doing what they need to do. And yeah, I feel very confident. I think the black corner feels very confident as well looking around. I think we've got a very, very good chance of bringing it home for the black corner.
So at 6:30, we're about 4 weeks away from Fight Night, and we're just doing some conditioning training, getting ready for the fight pretty much. I've been in the gym a lot, like just in general for aesthetic, but boxing training is so different to just normal training. So like the conditioning is a lot more focused, like running on or just doing incline treadmill on like in the morning is nothing compared to boxing. And then to the technique thing as well, it's kind of like the best way to describe it is trying to drive a manual car. Like the first time you drive it, you're looking all over the shop, but as you get more and more reps in, kind of becomes a little bit more fluid.
So we just had a session down here with the boys, with Dom, white corner. Good turnout today, all getting ready for September 9th. So obviously we've split up teams now into 2 corners, obviously knowing who our opponents are going to be. We've got Jordan, captain in our team, and then it's Andre on the other team. Obviously everyone's excited for their fight. And I think the camp splitting has created a lot more tension. Obviously me and Curtis have been after it for a few weeks, so fight the people want to see me and Curtis, 100%. Obviously, he used to work with us, got let go. Obviously, he's working elsewhere now. But, I think, I've got personally nothing against the guy. I just think he's a bit loud, so he's got a few followers. Thinks he's a bit special these days, to be fair. And he needs to sort that trim out, doesn't he?
Last couple of weeks, training's been really good. I've enjoyed it. I think sparring's been good. Starting to really put what I'm learning into my sparring, which I'm enjoying being able to do that. I think we're working harder than being totally honest. As a team, collectively, we're showing up in numbers every time there's a session on, and we're organising our own sessions outside of that as well.
Yes, I'm fighting Josh Fico. He's actually a good mate of mine and we actually know each other quite well. But I know that he's training hard, I'm also training hard, so it should be a good fight. We had like one sparring session very early on, but I thought it was quite productive. Bear in mind, I've never trained before, so I'm looking forward to getting in the ring and seeing what happens.
On Monday, you boys, the Onlycomms boys came down with the Krispy Kreme donuts, had a little bit of a limbo challenge. So there was a bit of a buzz in the office, a couple of free tickets flying around. So yeah, I think a lot of interest, a lot of questions. To be honest with you, I'm sick of the questions about the fucking, oh, should be swearing. I'm sick of the questions about the boxing. I can't get you a free ticket. You know, I don't know who's going to win on the fights, but let's see. Let's see.
What am I focusing on at the moment? As I said, you know, the first time we spoke, which is probably what, 5-6 weeks ago now, for me, it's just about getting fitter. You know, my weight is coming down sort of at the rate that I need it to. You know, I'm down 6 or 7 kilos already, which is good. It's literally just my fitness. You know, I'm still quite a lot bigger than Andre, so the thing that I don't want to do is get ahead of myself in the first round and blow myself out. Obviously, I've got more muscles that are going to blow up as well. So literally just more cardio, more sparring, and yeah, less weight training.
So to be honest, this morning, more conditioning, getting everyone that fitness level. Obviously, we're always going to do a bit of boxing, bit of bag work, but today was less about technique and more about, you know, getting that conditioning ready for September.
Joe from Luxfolio. From what I've seen of him, he's pretty nippy, pretty quick. But yeah, he seems like a nice guy, fairly laid back and sound myself, so I think it's more for us to challenge ourselves rather than try and knock each other's heads off, so I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah, so feeling a bit less fit after the holidays, a bit too many booze, a lot of pasta, but I'm back in training, training 5-6 times a week, so I'll be good, ready to go September 9th. At the moment, just a fair bit of sparring, to be honest, just trying to get as fit as possible. A lot of technique stuff from my coach.
Now we're going to take it a level up, fitness level up and aggression level up, because we'll go back to another defence. We'll keep going back to defence, but now it's time to learn to throw hands, learn to walk in with throwing hands rather than throw and lean. You need to be able to walk in and walk out with throwing hands. Probably next week will be big hands days. Very big aggression, and the biggest benefit is what's going to be fun for the public to watch, and that's why we're selling tickets. That's why you guys are involved in it. People want to be entertained. Boxing is an entertainment sport, so that's the money.